Hey, Cowboys fans, do you guys think the Cowboys will make the playoffs? Type 1 for yes, type 2 for no. Who the hell would have thought, Tom, that 3 weeks ago this team would still be alive, but the NFC East just continues to deliver in 2020. So get your votes in, type 1 for yes or type 2 for no. Now, to get into the latest Cowboys news and rumors, Tom, Zack Martin not going to be available for Week 17.
And not a huge surprise. The Cowboys, the earliest opening of his window was going to be around Week 17. He was placed on IR, by the way, earlier this year. The Cowboys have activated his window. What that means is there's now a 21-day window, so 3 weeks, in which the Cowboys can give Zack Martin practice time. Now, he didn't practice today, and we'll see if he can practice on Thursday. Probably not. But in that 21-day window, they have to then decide, okay, he's back on the active roster or he sticks on IR for the rest of the year. So the Cowboys are saying there's a chance that Zack Martin can return to the offensive line and once again instantly be the best player on that unit. But, of course, it requires them to actually win in Week 17.
Yeah, to simplify the 21-day window, basically, if they were to win this game and all of a sudden he's ready for next week, he's eligible to return.
Yeah.
That's what that does, and it gives him the opportunity to get some real live reps in practice and see if he can progress well enough to be available for a potential wild card game. And, hey, if he can go, even if he's 80, 85%, now I wouldn't jeopardize his future necessarily, but if you feel like there's no risk of major injury, if you get into the playoffs, why not have him play if he gets cleared and is ready to go?
I think that's exactly right. I think you're trying to balance a couple different things here. A, of course, Zack Martin's short-term health, his long-term health, your odds of winning Week 17, and then, of course, what happens if you make the postseason.
Yep.
I think the number one thing you have to do, because even if you make the postseason, things aren't looking great for you. I don't think you're in a position where you can jeopardize his long-term health or even a more serious injury in time for 2021. I think that is their first priority, which I think is why he's not playing this week. Now, if you get to the postseason time and you're still alive and you're in it, then I think you become a little bit more aggressive in terms of, do we bring him back if he's at that 85% mark?
And look, call me crazy. I know we talked about in the offense all the time early on in the season, the NFC East, about the Cowboys in particular. Why even try to win? Just get that draft pick. But things are weird in 2020, man. You win 4 in a row to make the playoffs. Andy Dalton's looking like a solid quarterback. Weirder things could happen.
The Cowboys
win a playoff game at home. Who knows?
The Cowboys had a less than 1% chance of making the postseason because they needed so much ridiculous help along the way, and they've gotten all of it over this past month or so. 3 wins in a row, and part of the reason why they're still alive is the offensive line has fared better in recent weeks.
It's been serviceable.
Part of that is because of a good game plan by Kellen Moore, and people were complaining, well, why aren't they throwing it deep? Why are they doing all these reverses and motion and stuff and trick plays? Well, because your offensive line is bad.
Yeah.
This is not a good offensive line. Look, Connor McGovern has filled in pretty well. I think he's a better run blocker than, say, a pass blocker, but he's done enough, and he's been able to survive, and frankly, Terrence Steele's played better. Connor Williams actually been a good starting guard in the NFL this year. Brandon Knight was better before his injury, but he's hanging in there.
I think you made a good point, too. I've thought this for a couple of weeks. I think Kellen Moore has done some of his best work with this patchwork group because he's had to get more creative. Mm-hmm. He's had to adjust the game plan, whereas before it's, all right, we just think our players are better than yours. Now you have to actually draw some things up and figure out, okay, how can we find the mismatches? How can we maximize Andy Dalton? I think the last month or so he's been able to do that.
It's been fun to see these different iterations of the Kellen Moore offense. The first 3 weeks of last year was fun. They were very creative, and then I think Jason Garrett kind of went, okay, we got to be conservative here.
Rein it in.
We're playing the Saints, and that's what happened there. And then they never really got to do it the same way in terms of vertical attacking, but you've seen more short area, silent attacking, and they've had enough success.
And the thing for the Cowboys, Tom, is like we mentioned off the top here, they are alive. You beat the Giants, who favored by a couple of points there, 3-point favorites on the road. Jason Garrett revenge game, potentially.
The Cowboys should win this game.
They
should. The Cowboys' defense is bad. The Giants' offense is equally as bad.
It's maybe even worse.
This is a matchup of strengths and weaknesses.
So you win that game, then you need a little bit of help. You need Philadelphia to beat Washington. I don't think that's that out of the realm of possibility. I think this is a 50-50 type of game.
I will say this. Ironically enough, I think the Cowboys have put forward a very good game plan of how to limit and stop Jalen Hurts. When they went to that C.J. Goodwin spy package and said, hey, of all players, like I shout out Mike Nolan. That was a brilliant plan. I never would have thought of it. But it worked because there were multiple times where Hurts was like, I'm going to run. Oh, wait, C.J. Goodwin's there. Yeah. I got to look downfield. That game-stealing INT late. They had the C.J. Goodwin package out there. It worked really well.
Hurts is forcing a couple of passes, and he
made him roll left, too, and he wasn't very good in that area. It was essential.
And Washington's got the number 5 scoring defense in the NFL, so that could be one of those 17-16 type of games because neither offense has been that great. But
both teams might get that.
Who would have thought, Tom, that we'd be sitting here in Week 17 and the Dallas Cowboys are very much alive in the NFC East, and guess what? If they win it, they're hosting a playoff game.
And I made this point earlier. If it's the Cowboys, Washington, or New York, whoever it is, winner of the NFC East is going to win that home playoff game. Always bet on the home sub-500 underdog in the postseason. Source the one other time it happened.
It's an unwritten rule. Tom Brady will be in absolute shambles if it happens. Who will win the NFC East? Type WAS for Washington. Type DAL for the Cowboys. Type NYG for the Giants. By the way, Tom, on the Cowboys Report, you're going to have maybe double duty on Sunday. A watch party for Cowboys-Giants at 1 o'clock Eastern, and then perhaps Sunday Night Football? Are we ready to commit to that if the Cowboys win?
Yeah, we're going to do it.
Okay.
We're going to do it for you guys. Also, can we institute a rule if the Giants somehow win the division, we put the other 10-win team in the AFC in instead?
Yes.
I think that seems fair, right?
That works for me.
That's 6-10 Giants team.
So who wins the division? Go ahead and let us know.
We're going to keep you guys covered on everything going around the NFL this offseason and, postseason too. That means news, rumors, a lot of draft coverage, playoff breakdowns as well. If you guys want to stay up to date with a company that actually talks about sports, wild, right? Hit that big red button and subscribe today. Got some deals for you guys here. If you head over to chatsports.com/jersey deal. Again, chatsports.com/jersey deal. You're going to find a bunch of official NFL jerseys for under $80. Whatever team you cheer for. Chiefs, Seahawks, Bears, Cowboys, Niners, the Jags even. They got you guys covered at chatsports.com/jersey deal. By the way, Harrison, I love the star jerseys for the Cowboys. Producer Brett does not like them.
Is it too early to buy a Trevor Lawrence Jags jersey?
You can custom make one if you want.
There you go.
If you don't want to wait.
Chatsports.com/jersey deal. By the way, a select few of the jerseys at this link, like the Baker Mayfield Browns one, OBJ as well, $35.99. It's an excellent deal. Lots of good deals. Chatsports.com/jersey deal. That link will be in the comments and in the description.